in this results. Now, first, starting with the second quarter expectations, well, it is believed that second quarter is largely strong and therefore the growth numbers will be similar to the quarter one or even slightly better. Next thing to watch out for is the demand environment and the commentary of the management around the discretionary spend. As we can see over here, Infosys is expected to increase guidance by 50 basis points. So this is the expectations around the company. HCL Technologies, however, is expected to maintain their FY25 guidance. Now, remember, HCL Technology had guided at around 3 to 5%, which is like mid-single-digit growth in terms of revenue. But moving on to TCS, well, this one is expected to perform the weakest amongst all because of the BSNL deal ramp-up number one, and also TCS had told the investors in the midweek, past few weeks, that the numbers will largely be coming from Indian business and will be soft in terms of revenue from the BFSI vertical, which is the banking vertical. Wage hike is likely to affect margin for most of the companies except for TCS, because that was already accounted for in the first quarter. But moving on to the other expectations over here, green shoots from demand environment, as I said previously, and the discretionary spends, which is under pressure over the last few quarters, is to be watched out for. Moving on to what clients are saying after the US had cut the Fed rate is something critical, because this is the first quarter after the US, cut the interest rates, and hence how it can affect the client budget is what is to be heard from the management commentary after the results. There are two companies which are specifically to be watched out for under the new management. Is number one, Tech Mahindra. The management here had given a 3-year growth guidance and an EBIT margin guidance of around 15%. And the other company over there is Wipro. Moving on to the calendar of the IT earnings, well, we have TCS reporting on the 10th, followed by HCL Technologies on the 14th, Wipro and Infosys to report on the same day on October 17th, and this is to be concluded by Tech Mahindra to be reporting on October 19th. However, LTI is not yet out, but we expect it to report around the same time. But yes, this is what largely to be watched out for in the IT demand environment, margin to be largely impacted by the wage hikes.
Okay, going to be fascinating.